Hi guys, welcome to HRX and welcome to the second part of our podcast with Maulika Sharma, the HRX fitness coach. Hi Maulika.
Hi, thank you for having me again.
Welcome back. Maulika, we had a detailed discussion last time when we met and it was on the topic of the importance of strength training.
Right.
Today I want to cover another topic which is equally important but is majorly ignored, and that is the importance of a healthy and a balanced diet.
Right. So eating healthy is an essential part of maintaining good health.
Right.
You are basically what you eat.
Correct.
So the food that you put in your body is how you're going to feel. Food is majorly responsible not just for maintaining good health and good weight,
Right.
but also your digestion, your mood, and the list goes on.
Correct. So do you think, Maulika, that eating healthy and your fitness goal are correlated to each other?
Absolutely. What you eat and the kind of results you get from that are correlated. But depending upon what your fitness goal is, your nutrition will alter.
Right.
For example, if you want to lose weight, then you should be eating in a calorie deficit, which is basically you should be eating less than what you're burning so that you can lose weight. But if your goal is, say, for example, to put on muscle or to put on strength, then you need to be consuming a calorie surplus, which is
Right.
basically you're eating more than what you're burning so that those excess calories can be used for building. So yeah, depending upon what your fitness goal is, your diet will alter. But whether your goal is to lose weight or gain muscle, there are certain micronutrients and nutrition that you must strictly follow.
Right. And you mentioned calorie deficit. Now this sounds very simple, but having personally, tried calorie deficit a lot of time and I have succeeded, but I found it very difficult to explain this to people. You as a coach, can you simplify calorie deficit for our viewers?
Right. So like I said earlier, your body needs calories to sustain itself.
Right.
But what's happening is that in today's day, because of all the tasty food options that we have available, we overeat.
Correct.
We end up consuming a lot of calories. So calorie deficit is just a simple concept that you are mindful about what you're eating so that you eat less than what you're burning.
Correct.
And as a result of that, your body will start using its own body fat as a source of energy. Now, even though you are consuming a calorie deficit, you don't want to be losing weight at the cost of losing your bone density or at the cost of losing your muscle mass or the charm on your face.
Right.
You want to be losing weight because you're losing fat, which is why what those calories are coming from are also very, very important. You don't want empty calories. You don't want to be eating less of cookies or less of junk food and losing weight. You want to basically ensure that whatever calories you're consuming, they're coming from whole foods, they're coming from nutritious foods so that you can maintain good health while losing fat.
Correct. So the idea here is to not just eat less, not just reduce the quantity, but improve the quality so that your intake of important nutrients like protein, carbs and fats are maintained even while you're on calorie deficit, right?
Correct.
And I've also heard that eating healthy is not just something that reflects on you physically, but is also important for your mental well-being. How true is that?
It's extremely true. Like I said again, you are what you eat.
Right.
So whatever you put in your body is how you're going to end up feeling.
Correct.
Now, for example, this is something that is not spoken about enough, the gut health. Now, there is a direct correlation between your gut health and your mind. So if your digestion is not proper, then your mood is not going to be great. Your energy levels are not going to be great.
Right.
And that is going to lead to not just lifestyle problems, but even problems like depression and anxiety.
Wow. Okay.
So if your nutrition is not on point, if you're deficient in your nutrients, then your mood is not going to be good, your energy levels are not going to be good, and obviously your physical health is not going to be good. There are so many diseases that emerge from wrong lifestyle.
Correct.
For example, PCOD, type 2 diabetes, hypertension. These are all a result of not having a healthy lifestyle, having a sedentary lifestyle, not being aware of what you eat. And this will have mental implications, of course.
Right.
So if your body is not physically healthy, then it's going to have mental implications and vice versa.
So in simple terms, you need to focus on what you eat, and not just that, but also eat mindfully to ensure that you don't fall into a trap of having a very unhealthy lifestyle. So there is a very common saying, Maulika, that a fitness or having a fit life is basically 20% gymming or 20% workout and 80% diet. Is that true?
So I don't know where these numbers came from, the number of 80-20, because I believe that the essence of life for a human is movement and nutrition. So there needs to be equal importance given to both of those things. You need to be eating better and you need to be constantly moving.
Correct.
You know, for example, we have evolved from hunter-gatherers, which means we were traveling long distances or we were hunting in order to get food. Food was not so easily accessible to us.
Correct.
But now that food is easily accessible to us does not mean that we get lazy. So equal importance should be given to your nutrition and food because that is the essence of life. No matter how busy your work keeps you, you have to remove time to eat better and to move.
We're talking about food, we're talking about diet, and I cannot not ask you, what's your diet plan, Maulika?
Okay, so I have followed a lot of diets and I have struggled with food as well. My relationship with food in the beginning of my teenage years wasn't very healthy.
Right.
But now, having tried so many diets, I now understand what food works for me, what kind of eating pattern works for me, and now I'm able to follow something known as mindful eating. So I no longer restrict myself from eating anything. My natural instinct is now to just opt for a healthier option because just eating healthy makes me feel a certain way. Right. So if people are just a little more mindful about what they eat and how it impacts their body, they will always opt for a healthier option.
Maulika, one final question for you. You're also a coach, and what I wanted to understand, is there a specific or a common trend that you see problematic with people you're coaching with, or people who you are coaching in terms of their diet and their fitness in general?
Yes, so one thing that I see is the all or nothing approach. Now the all or nothing approach is basically clients, when they start a program, when they start a diet plan, they either want to follow it 100%, which means they will eat very clean, or they want to just binge eat and eat all the junk that they can. But you need to understand that you don't have to have that all or nothing approach. You can follow a healthy lifestyle, say 5 to 6 days a week. Correct. And indulge. It does not have to be that either you are only following a healthy lifestyle or you are eating junk food. So try to avoid that all or nothing approach because mentally it doesn't put you in a right place. Because a little bit of mess up also, then you want to mess it up even more. You want to break away from it. But again, like they say, it's not a marathon, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So it's not a matter of a 3-month program or a 6-month program. It's about a lifelong journey of eating healthy. And in that, you should enjoy it as well. So if once in a while you want to indulge and eat your favorite meals, you should do that. Right. But it should not be something that either you're following a diet or you're eating completely unhealthy.
I really like the fact that you mentioned that fitness is not a sprint but a marathon. So you need to take it one step at a time, slowly and steadily, and move towards your goal. So I think this is one key takeaway for a lot of our audiences who are listening to us, would find it extremely helpful. Thank you so much for that, Maulika.
Yeah, I would just say that think of yourself as a plant that needs good food, that needs good nourishment, that needs good self-talk from you. Right. And when you water that plant, you give it love, you give it the correct nutrition, it's going to grow beautifully, it's going to flourish. Correct. So think of yourself as that plant and give yourself good food, good exercise and good self-talk.
Thank you so much for this discussion. This also brings us to the end of our podcast. I had a splendid time. I hope you did too.
I had a great time. Thank you for having me again.
It's our pleasure, and I hope you guys had fun watching this video today.
If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And in the meantime, stay strong, stay safe and keep going.